Alrighty, hey there everyone. Sorry you've been gone for so long, but we're finally back with some more Minecraft. Last time we did a crap ton of spawn proofing, and really that was mainly it. We did some spawn proofing, we got enough wither skulls for our last batch of wither roses, and now we're at the point in the farm where we get to assemble the last tough part of the materials, and then we can start building the farm today, and hopefully finish it in one go. It's Friday, January 16th, 2026, and I'm in fact off today, so I don't have to worry about nothing. So, yeah, it's pretty cool. Currently on day 561 in game, and we just have a lot of nether bricks that we need to go get. Like, a lot of nether bricks. So, we're gonna go ahead and first things first, pop down into our base here, which maybe we would like to go ahead and maybe do. I think my refresh rate is at like 144 or something like that right now. So we're gonna try this because I'm actually kind of curious to see if that's gonna fuck anything up too bad. And we'll turn down the render distance. Yeah, we can't quite make it up to 140 with just how much stuff is here, but we definitely get more frames now. So hey, that's pretty neat. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and pop on down into our base. And we could probably cap it at like 120. I think that'll be okay. Yeah, we'll do something like that. Then I'll have to pop into my Windows settings later to change all that to 120 hertz. But either way, we've got our wither roses, and we got a whole bunch of other shit that we need to go tuck away. We can actually, other than the bone blocks, I'll keep the bone blocks and we'll put away some of these other bits. We're just gonna burn the rest of it. Again, it's not worth like digging into right this second to go get any of this stuff, so I don't really care. There we go. We're gonna have to take a long, hard look at our storage system at some point and figure out if this is actually the best way to do things. Because I don't think it is. So we'll figure that one out. I think dyeing the boxes will be a massive help. So realistically, we should be fine, but we're not gonna worry about it for right now. All right, rest of this shit, get out. We don't care about you. It is currently 36 degrees here in Florida, which, if you know anything about Florida, that's cold for Florida. It's not cold for the rest of the United States, but that's cold for Florida. So my hands are a little stiff right now, and that's not very cool, and I don't like that. Additionally, we actually have some modifications that need to be made to our existing funny little farm that we got downstairs, our funny little super smelter, because I don't know why I didn't think of this sooner, but we could just straight up have, and we're gonna need more rails for this. Yeah, we're gonna need more rails and powered rails. All right. I don't know why I didn't think of this sooner, but oh, do we even have them? Oh, we even got them in there. Perfect. Cool. Levers, we'll yank those too. We're gonna need more levers than that though. But basically, we can just have the minecarts go directly over the hoppers, if I'm not mistaken. Or, okay, we're gonna have chest minecarts that'll get loaded up with lava, and then we're gonna have, um, it like go back and forth over to drop off all the lava in a better go, so that way we don't have to do anything too stupid. So, let's get some redstone dust as well. We got our levers, that should be fine. We got some sticks, and we'll go grab some cobblestone. And we're mainly focusing right now on just refining the, how do we want to even call it? We're mainly just refining the super smelter so we can just drop our chest straight over it and not think too hard about it. Which also means I need to grab some extra iron for some minecart chests. There's slime, that's our dyes, buckets, here's our iron. Here we go. We'll take some of that. And we'll take some of that. That's on the wrong one. Here we go. Alright, so we should have enough for all of our minecart chests, our actual levers, that should be good, some extra building blocks, and our powered rails, and then some redstone dust. And like a couple of repeaters in case we need them for anything down there. So that should allow us to retrofit our super smelter nicely, so we'll go ahead and get working on that. And then what we need to do, right, is we're actually going to go netherite mining, and we're going to save all the netherrack we get because we're going to smelt the netherrack down into nether bricks, and then you get 4 bricks, you make 1 single brick block. So to make 1 shulker box of nether bricks, you need 4 shulker boxes of nether rack, which is a lot, and we will have a lot of grinding to do to facilitate that. So yeah, just a lot of work to do. There we go, do a little something like that. And actually these need to be tipped down a block. Do a little something like that. There we go. And then we're going to do this on all sides. We'll just do something like that for right now. And I'm going to leave the barrels in there because I don't really care about them. Some more regular stone, it looks like, to patch all this up. Bit of a shame, but should be okay. Put that in there. There we go, do a little something like that. That should be good. Alright. And now, all we gotta do is lay out the powered rails and the regular rails. Okay, not at all what I wanted to do. That fucked that up. Something like that. Again, not at all what I wanted to do. Stop doing that. Thought it was directional based on where you looked. Nope. That neither. Yeah, quit being a dick. Come on. Seriously. What is with rails wanting to be a massive pain in the ass, huh? No. Stop that. There we go. Okay. We need to reset these a little bit. God damn it. Goodbye. There we go. Okay. That's what we want. Get some of those in place. Get that in place. There we go. Okay. Go. I'm gonna do it again, but I guess it's expected by this point. Unfortunately. Looks like we popped off a lever. we go. All right. Do a little something like that. Here we go. So a little something like that should get us everything we need. Additionally, go ahead and tear out our extra redstone circuitry here. Our lever, we kind of need that. All right, cool. All right, let's keep going here. Let's back up a step. Got a skeleton nearby somehow. Probably because it's outdoors. But it sounds like it's near the outdoors. Okay, so let's see here. With something like this, right? We'd have our lever up there. And this is going to be very bootleg, jank redstone, but hey, if it works, don't knock it, right? If it works, it works. Let's see here. Let's get ourselves some dust, some levers. There we go. Do a little something like that. And then that's all this turns into. Do a little something like that. Just so we can route it up to the top a little bit better. Here we go. That'll send everything out and across. That'll catch everything back. And then you'd be good. Yeah, alright. Cool. So we can load up the lava and everything else pretty well in here. Additionally, we should go grab all of the barrels out if we can. It's not too much of a pain. It's going to be a big pain, so I'm not going to sweat it too much, I guess. Let's just get them. They're still useful for some of the stuff we're doing, so it's good to try and be a little conservative here and not take everything, rather not burn everything. There we go. We got a whole stack of these we have to go get. I don't know why I didn't do the hopper thing first, to be honest, but that's fine. We'll burn the middle section. I really just cannot be asked to, like, do anything with those, so... we go. Okay, so we don't have any hoppers right this second, but we can make some. But we're basically gonna have a batch of barrels like that. Go. And then we'll go over, pop down our shulker box with our stuff in it. And we'll tuck some of this other crap away for right now. There we go. Let's go ahead and get out some of this stuff. Gonna make 4 hoppers. So we have those. go. Do a little something like that. There we go. Alright, then we got our hoppers. Put that there. And do our last one there. Who the hell is texting me right now? It's not very cool. Alright, there we go. So we got that. Alright, so with something like this, we can go ahead and load up a bunch of lava buckets directly into each of them, and we can have like a nice little reserve stockpile, which we'll go ahead and try and get a handle on. Let's toss out some of this crap here. There we go, put that extra componentry away. That can go there, and then we should just be able to go tuck away a lot of our inventory real quick, and then we'll go load up on lava. Well, let's actually go take care of the barrel thing first, though. There we go. Okay. So that should get us access to all of our furnaces. If I can actually get in here and take anything out. It is freaking cold today, man. Looks like we had a torch in there somehow, the smelting part, not the fuel part. That's weird. Anyways. $31. What? How do we have only 31? That's stupid. Hang on now. We're short a barrel somehow. That's really odd. There are those. Huh, well that's weird. Oh, I guess we're short a barrel and it'll smelt when it smelts, so alright. Whatever. We'll put all that away, and then that'll get us some extra buckets. Actually, make a couple more buckets here real quick while we got the iron on hand. Yeah, that'll be enough to get started. Go, and then this one's going to be where I'm putting all my personal stuff away. You can do 32 at a time like this, so there we go. Do a little something like that. I'll just put it directly into here. That should be 16, and then we'll do another 16 there. There we go. There we go. The whole stack's worth of lava. And we'll go ahead and pop on up to the top here. Like so. And we'll go ahead and drop off the rest of this. There we go. Alright, so that's all loaded up. And then now all we gotta do is go out to the nether, go get all that netherrack, and then that will get us all of the lava that we need. Rather, all the netherrack we need to get all the nether bricks. That actually, okay, technically speaking, that won't be enough, but like, we only need like 700 nether bricks after that, so it's really not too big of a deal. So I'm not too worried about it. We have a box of cobblestone walls on us for some reason. Okay. That's cool. Let's do a little bit more reorganizing here real quick. There we go. Okay. Let's do a little something like that. Okay, here we go. So now what we're going to do here is we're going to go ahead and physically place down like our Wither Rose boxes, for example, because we want to take these with us and we don't want them clogging up our inventory. We got our empty boxes here. We got a wall box, which is just walls. So that can just go be put away. Slabs, stairs, and then walls. I can go in there. We got our scaffolding box, which is always nice. Take that out. And we'll take out some of these extra bits from the rail box so we can go put the rail box and all the other componentry back. There we go. Guys can go back there. Barrels are function blocks, so we'll put them away up in there. Then we'll like toss the rest of this out. We don't care much for it. There we go. And the nether bricks as well. We can put these down here. And we don't need our scaffolding box on us, so we can actually tuck that back in an ender chest. We should probably go tuck all this stuff away here too real quick. Got our shulker box of shulker shells. Doing pretty good there. We'll make 2 more boxes as well. Oh, I think we had an extra stack I didn't even know about. There we go. Speaking of our shulker box of shulker shells, I think our shulker farm is running, so we should, and if it's not running, we need to go make it run, because now that we're not going to be working at the fortress for a while, we can go ahead and get that flipped back on. There we go, there's our gold box. Get 2 of those. Do a little something like that. Alright. We got 5 boxes there, that should be good. And now we will go ahead and take a quick flight out to our shulker farm. Go get some stuff done. Let's go ahead and turn up our render distance a little bit more here too. Just kind of curious to see how bad this is going to screw up our game. There we go. Well, it didn't seem to be too bad. It's definitely not able to hit 120 at all, but honestly, that's fine. I might lag a little bit here. I think we'll be okay. I also need to import a shulker to kickstart this again. Dude, come on. You are being really difficult, you know that? Come on. Not the best idea, but that's fine. Oh, it also looks like it's now nighttime. Or rather, it's thunder, so now it's nighttime. That's no good. Okay, he managed to cart himself out. Alright, a couple of things. Let's get some rails. Damn it. Alright, that'll get one brought into the farm. And since we lit up this whole island, we should be pretty safe. Looks like there was a dark patch right at the tip there that we need to do something about, but not at the moment. There we go. And we can, we can run over and go do that real quick. Why not? I don't know if that actually, I don't think that jump started anything, unfortunately. Come on now, dude. I don't think that managed to kick off the farm at all. Unless it managed to warp onto one of the piston ones. Oh, Jesus Christ, y'all are annoying too. Fucking phantoms, get out of here. There we go. There we go. I should also maybe install stairs at some point here, but I'm not gonna worry about that for right now. Additionally, it also looks like that is starting to kick off a little bit better. That's good. I didn't quite yank the one we were looking for, but we did get an extra, so that's good. There we go. And then we'll yank this last guy out, and then that should be fine. I should put a powered rail up there so that way we can just like take him out in one nice go. Alright, additionally we're gonna have to like that. Really? Come on. He cloned himself again before I could get to him. Dang. Damn it. Let's get whatever we can put down, and then we'll kind of just go from there. All right. Oh, it's going to be annoyingly slow, but that'll be fine. More phantoms, aren't there? Get the hell out of here. So funny being hit up. I'm trying to get my shulker farm jump started again. We got a shulker shell farm going. It's very cool. And that's not cool. Tuck that in there. All right. So I just imported the last shulker again because we ran out of shulkers in here. So this should be back up and running. Let's go ahead and take the minecart back with us. Here we go. Ouch. Here we go. All right. So now all we got to do is go turn on the chunk loader and jump on through. We should be fine. And we'll pop the bed down too. There we go. All right. Now our shulker shell farm should be back up and running again, which is great. And now we can go ahead and pop on down into here and turn the chunk loader on. See, we've already produced 23 shells. That's already quite good. Perfect. All right, and now we go netherite mining. So we'll make sure to put the stone back in on the other side. And now we're gonna go mine for some netherite here. And double check that that's going good. There we go. All right. So we're gonna go get some netherite and by extension some netherrack, which is great because we really need both of them. And once we have enough netherrack, then we can head back to base. So once we fill up 5 shulker boxes with netherrack, we'll be able to make a ton of nether brick and continue the farm. But if I die though, I would just simply not die. I mean, I don't get what the issue is. Just don't die, dumbass. And if you die, you die. I mean, that's really all it boils down to at the end of the day. So, but yeah, no, simply just don't die. You don't have to think about that. It's just that easy. But yeah, we need 5 shulkers of netherrack to make a shulker box and change of nether brick. So that's going to take a little bit of stuff here. We don't need to pop in there. That's all good. And I could just mine the nether brick itself, but you can't insta-mine nether brick, so it is just faster to just mine the rack, and then we have a super smelter so we can go smelt all of it up just fine. So we should be okay. I don't remember which way I should go. There was one way that I had dug out that I had to abandon because it ran too deep into kind of a lava pit. So, and it looks like it was that way. Yep. Let's head back the other way then. Yeah, that is true. You haven't died yet ever in real life. In a game, I think I watched you die last week, but, you know, it happens. But yeah, dying is simply a choice. Choose not to die and you'll do good. But thought you had died in Skyblock, but maybe you didn't, so I don't know. Oh, Silk Touch pickaxe, and we got ourselves some torches. We'll grab a couple more torches though. Rude. Alright, couple of things. We're gonna toss that out. This isn't just a patch, is it? Nope. So basalt deltas are worthless for netherite mining, not to mention it's not netherrack, so I can't use them anyways. And we very specifically need nether brick. Oh, well, that's not worthless. That's quite nice. Gladly take some of that. Get that shit out of here. There we go. It was GregTech's fault, that is true. Yeah, GregTech is like, I'm not as much into those kinds of automation mods. I like automating, but I like doing it within the bounds of the vanilla game. But with something like GregTech, it goes too far, you know? And there's a lot of extra steps that you just shouldn't really have, frankly, that make it more convoluted than it really has to be, so... I'm sure it's one of those things that, like, once you can wrap your head around it, it maybe is, like, a lot more fun, but it's not for me, so... Yeah, Create is a lot more balanced because, again, there's only, like, a couple of steps, and you've got, like, a couple of multi-part things that are in there, but it's only, like, 2 to 4 steps tops or whatever. It's not like GregTech where there's, like, there seems to be, like, 20-something steps for GregTech for something you can already do in vanilla, like that hopper you showed me. Like, that shit was just dumb. Like, why wouldn't you just make a normal hopper, you know? Like, Create's more fun because it does things that you can't normally do in survival. Like, when it comes to having, like, easier... Like, yeah, you can have, like, an automatic cobblestone farm, but you can't have one as easy as you can in Create with that kind of stuff. Or, same deal with, like, tree farms and stuff like that. You can do a lot more than you can do in vanilla while it's still, like, an intended game mechanic at that point, you know? That and Create isn't nearly as overwhelming. There's a lot of stuff to it, but it's not nearly as much as GregTech, and like as long as you focus on like a couple of like the basics there, you really don't have to struggle that hard down the line to learn the rest later, so... Oh, more ancient debris swag. As far as we go here, because we are doing some bad digging, unfortunately. Only one piece, it looks like, but that's still fine. Go. Well, yeah, but that's the big thing too, is like I've only ever done like early game Create, so I know like as you get better and better ways to produce like energy and, you know, stress, then it does get cooler to see how automated and how fast you can make things, but I don't ever get that far personally. Because that means I actually would have to like play with the Create mod a lot more, and usually I just want it for like one or two things, so I just like scrooge together enough stuff to get those one or two things, and then that's it. When in reality, I should probably focus more on, like, playing the game first and then getting material to do great things, so... Good try, but no. Yeah, that's a dead end. Hands are cramping up here. Ancient debris, cool. I think that was it though. Well, yeah, it definitely is, and it feels like it's more designed with like vanilla in mind, you know? Like nothing, you can't really like speed run to certain things too early. I mean, you can, but it's gonna be like super freaking hard to do. And it doesn't really seem like it's too unbalanced around vanilla either. Like it is definitely made with vanilla in mind. Also got a skeleton out to the distance I have to go kill. Oh, nothing in there. Great. Okay, we'll do a little something like that. There was no other ancient debris. Oh wow. I guess we also want to be a little careful about not actually just ripping all this stuff out. Just because it creates a lot of extra spawning space down here, and I kind of want this area to be a lot more uniform, so... Still need the netherrack, though. Let's put away what we can. That gets us 9 stacks. Yeah, we're gonna be here a while, I think, if we keep going at this rate, so... I may just have to say fuck it and just dig. Maybe I can go back to an older section of the area of like the netherite mining tunnels and retrofit it for netherrack mining. Because at the end of the day, that's what it really boils down to is I just need a crap ton of netherrack. We're gonna come back for the ancient debris here in a sec. I know it's there. Let's see here. Oh, I'm well aware. I already beat you to it. But I'll just grab it on my way back, so... Here we go. And it sticks out like a sore thumb down here. No others. Here we go. Hey, we can make 2 netherite ingots with this. That's pretty nice. Throw it on the pile. Especially now that we already have all of our netherite tools and all that, so we don't actually really need any more netherite. Oh, cool. We got more. Of course, now that I'm not looking for it, I get a lot more of it, but you know what? That's not a bad problem to have, frankly, so I'm not going to worry about it too hard. There we go. Alright, some nether gold that I don't really care much for right now, so we'll ignore it. Alright, there we go. far as we go. There we go. Alright. And now from here, we start it all again. Good try, but no, that ain't gonna work. I think what we'll do to mine, well, okay, we'll mine out this little section that we have and the other section on the other side of us. And once we're done with that, we're going to go fly out to the Nether Fortress that we're going to be using. And we're going to do some spawn proofing by just mining out the terrain. So we'll take out like our fortune pickaxe and we'll just go take a massive chunk out of the terrain. And then that'll stop us from having to button off certain things. Because it doubles the spawn proofing and it gets us our netherrack, so it's a win-win. And I'm mainly more talking about the areas out in the distance that were by like that Crimson Forest and things like that. So not the Crimson Forest that's directly attached to the Nether Fortress, but the stuff that's way out farther, so if we can flatten all that stuff out, that would be really useful. Go down, there we go. There we go. Do this side, and then we'll go fly out to the Nether Fortress. Shit. That's annoying. We'll let it do its thing. Or not, because it looks like it still hasn't subsided. That's not cool. Do a little something like that. Nope. Here we go. Alright, cool. Alright, so that's one box there. And we can pack all this away for the next one. What the hell am I doing? There we go. We got 1 box done. We got 4 more to go. That brought us to the end of it here, so we'll go ahead and head on back up to the surface of the Nether, and we're gonna go out to the fortress and go mine a bunch of this stuff out. Yeah, alternatively, we'll just do something like this, because I don't really care that much. There we go. There we go. Alright. Let's go ahead and head on back up, and go get this taken care of now. Yeah, man, it is freaking cold. Not cool. Right. Let's climb up out of here. And we need 2,485 nether bricks. So a full shulker box is 1,728, I think it is. So yeah, we're gonna need about 800 nether bricks on top of that, which is another like 12 stacks or so. So that's why I'm getting all this extra netherrack. Because I also have some extra boxes at home for reserves too that I've been holding on to. So we'll probably end up dumping all that stuff into there. And otherwise, we can go ahead and dump all this away. There we go. We can take these back. Alright. And now we also want our coordinates log here. Chunk to chunk. That was the border that I had there, but I already laid out that border, so that's fine. We want to go 37, 38, 10, 58. I go negative Z here more. We should be within about 200 blocks or so, so not too much farther. And again, we're going to lay out the ice boat road at some point. It's just not going to be for a little while. There we go. Nothing spawned in here except for a fucking gas. Over there. You are annoying as hell, you know that? Oh, now we get something spawn. Rude. Yeah, I guess. Alright, well, you can kind of see already where we're wanting to mine. Do some cleanup. Well, mainly we kind of want it here on this shore. So what we're gonna do is we're basically just gonna stick to this wall and just mine a bunch of shit out. Here we go. Alright. And you can see where that's supposed to go. Yep. And that's all we really have to do is just go ahead and mine all this stuff out. So for something like this, we just mine out to our cobblestone wall. We do have ender pearls on us in case anything happens. Perfect. Okay, thought I could jump that. Apparently not. I'm gonna go up here and block this off real quick. There we go. Hop on over to here. All we're doing really is just taking the floor out. Because if there's no floor for them to spawn on, then we don't have to worry about nothing, right? So, easy enough to do, is just a lot of it to do. Go. And I mean, something like this, we really just need to just mine. Not to think too hard about it. You just tear everything out, get all the nether brick, and you know, we'll be back with more buttons for more spawn proofing later anyways. So it's not like I gotta tear out this whole chunk of land to spawn proof, but it just gives me an excuse to at least contribute a little bit, you know? No. Start with something like that. And then we're gonna go up there and block that off too. Here we got more nether cave to do, not to mention you got little islands like that too. Alright, well that's a second box done. Picking up the pace a lot more now that we got all this stuff figured out. Curiosity, if we turn hitboxes on, how are we looking? Only got that by accident. There's our third box. That's good. You can get the hell out of here. And we'll probably just like slab this off or whatever. We should probably try and tackle some of the other areas a little bit better. That's outside of the bound, so I don't have to care about that. Somehow I don't feel good about trying to elytra out of this, so I don't know. We'll just pillar up and then break our way through the ceiling or something. Don't forget what we're here to do. Make sure all this gets tucked away. So I feel like we are starting to slip and let some just despawn for no reason. Well, that's annoying. It's also annoying. Ah, fuck it, if we are gonna be in here anyways. Guess we can enter Pearl right out. Alright, well, I guess we can pop up to this corner and try and carve this out a little bit better. That's not nice. There we go. We should go pack up on more Ender Pearls. Crossbow one. Anyways. I think I dropped 2 swords. That's weird. Guess it's the one he was holding and another one that was in his inventory. Get all that down in there. Toss the rest of this crap out. There we go. Here we go. Do a little something like that. They'll seal all that off. Yeah. Well, we're almost at 4 shulker boxes in netherrack, so we're doing quite good. Guess we could pearl over to some of these islands. Cool. Those little bits we can leave alone, that's fine. Go. Alright, well this gets us to 4 officially, which is good. Now we just need to put everything back in one last box, and then we'll have enough netherrack to make all the nether bricks we need. Hopefully. Damn, that's a shame. Rude. Go. And we'll toss the gold out. We don't care about that. I think we can underthrow back from here. I'm honestly not sure. Get that one. There we go. The reason we didn't want to knock the fireball back is if I hit the pigment with the fireball, that would have counted as me hitting them, and kind of don't want that, so yeah, not cool. Well, I guess for simplicity's sake we can carve all this out to be flat too. I'm probably going to use slabs here instead of buttons, just because it'll be like a nice big flat area. And deal with what we got going on over there now. Use a bunch of bamboo slabs instead of buttons. This will be twice as efficient, so that should be okay. It's kind of getting a little overcrowded here. Hater. It's not even your box. Come on, man. Let's switch our pickaxes around here a little bit. I don't think he's doing too well. Alright, now you're getting annoying, now you gotta die. You don't need to worry about that. It's too far away for me to actually care about spawn proofing, anything like that. Could you get the fuck out of the way? Seriously, you guys just know how to show up in the wrong spot every time. It's like they're programmed to do that or something, man. It's annoying. Last little section here, we'll go ahead and carve this out. There we go, do a little something like that. Okay. So with this all carved out now, and we'll place a block there, here we go. all of that carved out, that should give us enough netherrack to get the hell out of here and go start smelting all of this. How long has it been? An hour and a half already. God damn. So all we've done is mine netherrack for an hour and a half, which, hey, you know what? It's got to get done. There's no way around it. That's just how it is, so I don't mind it. It's just kind of nuts is all. And we'll fill in some of these extra gaps too while we're here. Flatten everything out. There we go. Do it. Oh, he's coming right for us, so I don't know. Alright. That officially does it on netherrack, so that's all good. And we'll keep the rest of the stuff except for like the gold. So like all of our soul sand and soul soil, we can keep that. And now we get the hell out of here. Oh, not so lucky that we would get one that quick, but that's fine. Yeah, you can see where we ended up mining to, and just kind of how everything tapers off. So yeah, we get that whole thing. We get to go mine out and block off. And additionally that over there too, once we can get to that. That'll be fun. Of course, we got that area too. Yeah, we still just have like a lot of shit that we have to go block off. It's not going to be quick or easy, but we will get it done. And especially the cave parts up here, these are going to be extremely freaking annoying, so not looking forward to those. It's just pigment and blazes, we don't really care about that. Well, we got what we came here for, which was netherrack. So we'll just fly back to base, get all this smelted, and then while it's smelting, we'll go manage the bamboo farm and start prepping that as well. And we'll start gathering, actually we'll start gathering all of our materials here first. You know, we got a lot of stuff we need to go get and put in the shulker boxes, so we're gonna get that handled first. But shouldn't be nothing too bad. We'll take that out. On our angle here. We don't want to go crash in head first into the ground here. We'll go check on the shulker farm since we're flying over it. Cats are being haters to each other again. It's not very nice of them. Wow, that's pretty damn good. Now I wonder if this is still producing. I think I just heard something fall in. So yeah, it is. Damn. That's pretty good. Well, we'll take all this back with us then. pretty full on shells though, but hey, you know, it's a good problem to have. I just realized we have enough levels to finally finish enchanting our spear. Additionally, it looks like we just ran out of shulkers in the farm, which seems a little problematic. Yeah, seems like we'll have to do something about that real quick. That's fine. There literally could not have been a better time for that to happen, I guess, so it works out. Alright, let's get us another one. Of course. Why? That's not gonna go nearly fast enough. There we go, much better. Run that out to go get the farm kick started. That should be fine. And then we'll run like another couple in there. Really? I'm not doing this. No. Stop it. Come on, dude. Just make it easy for both of us. God damn it. These guys are fucking haters, man. You can see it did make it to the backup though, which is nice. Okay, he's starting to get kind of weak now, so... Damn it. Okay, that should get the... Okay, well that should have kickstarted the farm, but he died a little bit too soon, unfortunately. Aw, oh, really? You fucking dick. Come on. Ah, we're fine. I got hit by another one I wasn't expecting. Oh well. Okay, has that kickstarted the farm? It looks like he's in there. That and my second one should be good. Alright, there we go. That should be a little better. Yeah, that should have kickstarted it a little bit better. There we go. So you can see how we got some in the barrel there, so that should be fine. And we got some on our backup spots. That should be okay too. I don't think it's triggering because of the rain, but it's not my issue right now. So, yeah. And even if it's not fixed, then, like, we have more than enough shells for a very long time, frankly. So, like, it don't hardly matter. Alright, well, first things first, let's go drop off these shells. Got that there. I actually don't have any more space at all for shells. Make 2 more boxes. One box will be for shells, the other one will just be for me. Yeah, we'll leave 2 stacks in there. That should be fine. We also need to put more logs back in there at some point in the near future. In fact, we're actually going to do that now. Let's get some spruce logs. There we go. We got some emergency wood in case anything fucked up happens. That should be good. Alright. And now we get to go down into our funny little farm after we drop off our nethery bits. Got some netherrack, and then we got some magma blocks, soul sand. There we go. Soul sand goes there, magma blocks go there. There we go. There we go. Okay. Now what we're going to go ahead and do is pop on up in here. And since we're dealing with whole boxes, we don't actually have to split anything too aggressively here. We grabbed our empty box somehow. Okay, well we can't middle mouse click that for some reason, which is really strange. We're going to tuck away some of this extra stuff for right now. Alright, well that's an easy fix. Luckily we didn't run that yet, but that would have been a little annoying. Seem to have forgotten that the lava is supposed to go down in here on these bottom ones. Speaking of which, all of these should be stocked up with 16 buckets of lava each. That's good. And now we can get back to putting in the netherrack. And this will be our last shulker. Alright, perfect. So, something like this. We can go ahead and now take out all of our items that are in here. Netherrack's going there. That away, that away, that away. And let's get our inventory all fixed back up. Get a little something like that. There we go. Perfect. Okay. So now with that, all we got to do is pop on up into here. Make sure all of our minecarts are aligned properly. It should be okay. And all we do now is we flip the lever. We can't comfortably reach the lever anywhere, which is a bit of an oversight, but ah, damn it. I wish I'd done that a little better. Oh well. We'll move that around another time. Yeah, it's fine. We'll do a little something like that. Why not? It's cooking up a bunch of bricks already, so that's really good. Alright, yeah, then we'll just let it cook. We'll dump the rest of the buckets away for right now. There we go. We're out of reserve food, so we'll need to go back to the trading hall to go get more at some point. That'll be okay for right now. And in the meantime, while we wait for this to cook, let's go back up to our base and go grab all of our shit. Okay, so something like this now. We also got our spare netherrack. Alright. We're mainly going to focus on, okay, because we need a ton of nether bricks, buttons, and moss. Like, those need, and wither roses. So those need multiple shulkers worth of shit. So those will be separate. But everything else, like our walls, glass, trapdoors, redstone, things like that, we can go ahead, get right on in, and start grabbing all that stuff. So 354 divided by 64 is going to be 5.5, so we'll do 6 stacks of walls. Do 6 stacks of walls, we'll do 2 stacks of glass, or we'll do a stack and a half of glass. Yep, here we go, stack, half, boom. Trapdoors. Get to that in a little bit. Let's do the slabs for right now, because we need like a stack of slabs. Alright, let's see here. Trapdoors, redstone. So trapdoors, redstone, slabs, blue ice, hoppers, and chests. That's going to be its own thing too. But luckily we got a bunch of packed ice left over, if I'm not mistaken. We need half a stack of blue ice. Wow, that's literally all we had enough for. Dang. Kind of nuts that evolves into so much, but sure. Blue ice. And then let's see here, obsidian. Let's see here. So copper, chest, building block, sticky piston, slime block, obsidian. Okay, glowstone is one of the last things in here that I can grab. I'll do this quarter stack. Target block, repeater, hay bale, light pressure plate, comparator, redstone torch, warped fence, glowstone. That's as far in there as we can go. Stairs as well. Let's grab some cobblestone stairs. Here's going the tip. Building block is going to be cobblestone because we have a lot of it, and I also want something that like I know is gas proof, so we'll do a little something like that. Copper chest building block, there we go. I'm basically trying to keep the order that the video has all of the parts in, so that way it makes it easier to see what the hell is actually happening. And then we'll go to our other side here and go start loading up on the rest of this. We'll do dark oak trapdoors because we want to get these used up already. Trapdoors, we'll do a stack of redstone dust. And then we got our slabs of blue ice, and then we need hoppers and chests. So we need more hoppers than that. Got our chest. Grab our iron here. Hoppers, chest, there we go, building blocks. Actually, we need to leave that out. Alright, we're gonna need sticky pistons, slime blocks. We'll grab more of those. There we go, 20 sticky pistons. Alright, slime blocks. I know we definitely have enough slime blocks, so we'll be fine on that front. We'll do half a stack of slime blocks. And we got our obsidian. Target blocks are like redstone dust and hay bales, I think, right? They're kind of a weird one. We should have enough wheat. I don't know if we have enough wheat up here, but we should have enough wheat. Oh, carpet as well. We'll grab some extra carpet. Which that actually goes in here, and the stairs come back with us for right now. I guess we can actually hold on to this. Let's see if we can get ourselves a composter. Yep. Got the composters, that. There we go. Alright. Repeaters as well. Redstone torches too. So we got target block, repeater, hay bale, light pressure plate, comparator, redstone torch. Okay. Got the comparators already, luckily, so that's good. Target block, repeater, hay bale, light pressure plate, redstone. Okay. Let's get that light pressure plate going. We got some gold still. By some, I mean plenty. We'll double up on that. Okay, wheat. We need wheat. Not wheat seeds, just raw-ass wheat. We additionally need to actually run the moss farm for a while. Oh, here we go. Hay bales, right. We'll do 15 hay bales here. And then we'll use the rest of the hay bales for target blocks. Which we need more of than that. Go run over and grab some regular stone. There we go, that'll get him enough of that. We'll put that away now, too. We need more stone as well, because we're going to be using stone buttons, because we need 2,161 buttons. And I don't want to use bamboo buttons for that, honestly, so I'm going to have to make sure we get all that taken care of. Here we go. Hay bale's going there. Repeater's going there. And then all we need now is warped fences. Which I actually don't think we have any nether wood on hand. So we're going to have to run out and go get some. Which likely it shouldn't be too hard, so that'll be okay. We'll do something like that. Alright. And we'll go ahead and probably go check up on that farm down there. Do I have any nether brick? No, I took all my nether brick with me before, so I don't have any left over. Well, a good bit of time should have passed here. So we should be able to see what we're dealing with nether brick-wise. And we might actually just start building it next stream, frankly, because it's already been 2 hours. So all we've done for 2 hours is just gather materials and do more spawn proofing, which, you know what, fine, fair enough, but... Alright, we're still loading up on stuff here. Okay. We'll go ahead and do a little something like that. So everything's been fully loaded into the hoppers and all that, so we're good. So this has been a very good success of our super smelter. There's just some minor jank and quality of life stuff we need to add, but it does work, which is the big thing. Yep, look at it go. We'll do that. Okay. We'll leave the nether brick stuff alone for right now. Actually, no, we can put it together in our inventory here, so we'll go ahead and start loading up on whatever we can here. Get all this dumped out onto the floor. That's what we got so far. Alright, we'll leave these two here because they're gonna have to stay there anyways. And we'll go run out and go get the nether wood that we need. It should be an easy grab. Really should have another thing of stairs up here, but I haven't added that yet. It hasn't killed me, so I will not add it for a while. We will add it at some point, though, don't get me wrong. Alright. We don't have a lot of pickaxe durability at the moment, so we want to be a little careful that we don't go crazy with mining. But since we're dealing with getting wood, we should be okay. Rude. Guy's a hater. Oh, god damn it. Y'all get the fuck out of here. Y'all are haters. We need to introduce another turn into here and reinforce that with cobblestone again. Alright. Freaking hurt. I think we really just need like any kind of nether wood, so it says warped fence, but there's literally no difference between warped and crimson, but you know, we'll just pop over and grab some of that and find where one of those damn biomes are. I know I've seen them before on my travels, so it can't be that freaking far. This is that other nether fortress that I'm like, if you had just spawned a little bit better, this would have been huge, but it did not. We have a different nether fortress all the way out here in the Basalt Delta. Here we go, Warp Forest. Okay. We'll just take some time to load up while we're here. I should take some of the fungus with me because I don't actually have any of these yet. There we go. That should get us plenty of stem here, too. Let's do a little something like that. Here we go. Now we'll pull out our handy dandy crafting table. And we'll turn all those into sticks, those into planks, those into gates. There we go. Do a little something like that. Okay. Now we can put all these away in there. And with that, we have this first page checked off very well. So let's see if there's any more materials that we actually need. Or if that's everything. Yep, there's actually more that we need. So We get all the way down to the stairs. Oh, okay. Couple of things. And one of them, he has the icon for a fence gate, but he specifically says warped fence, which is actually what goes in here. So I'm going to assume that it's what he wrote and not necessarily what he said. And then this is where we start getting the rest. So then we need warped pressure plate. Something like that. So we need a chain, dispenser, honey block, lava bucket, which we can put there. Chain, dispenser, honey block, lava bucket, soul sand, warped pressure plate, an armor stand, any junk item, a bunch of dirt, 128 dirt, and then some name tags. So we'll head over to the villager trading hall and go get those name tags. That'll also be a good excuse for me to go get all my shit fixed up. So that'll be fine. And we got our handy dandy coordinates log here. I roughly remember where I'm going, so it should be okay on getting back, but if we need to, we can take a peek in the book. Here we go, this should be our Soul Sand Valley that we live in. Rather live near. This don't feel right anymore. Nope, just kidding, here it is. Of course, we got some extra netherrack in here we can pilfer too if we need to. Alright, no skulls. Oh well. Alright, now all we gotta do is pop on up, go to that trading hall, and start working on the rest of our stuff. We'll also have to run the moss farm too, because we need a lot of moss for this. We need like 2 shulker boxes of moss. So we'll have to work on that as well. But you know, that'll be fine. Not too worried about that. Well, this will get us to the trading hall. It's currently nighttime. We're going to want to make sure to sleep here. And then let's make sure that the iron farm is running too. Yeah, you're still here. So this should still be producing here. Might just take a little bit of time, but... There we go. We got ourselves a golem. No golem on this side, though. You know, there are definitely villagers, but there we go. Okay. So now that they've slept, I can go ahead and go back to the breeder, and I'll go ahead and sleep here. Let's have it be daytime. See how we're doing in here. Yep, that's a lot of villagers. Alright. Oh, he's gonna kill my guy. Hey, go away from him. That's what I thought. Alright. I haven't been back here in a little bit, that's for sure. Okay. So. We really just want to trade for shit. We'll buy some name tags too, of course. We're gonna wait for these guys to refresh their stuff. And in the meantime, let's get organized here a little bit. Oh, we can make a chain while we're here, though, I will say. We'll do that. We'll do that. There we go. Bundle all that away for right now. Dispenser. We can buy a bow. Although we don't have any redstone on us, so it's not going to hardly matter, but that's fine. We'll buy a bow. That'll make our dispenser once we get some redstone on us, so we'll put that there. And then we'll need a honey block, which we have at home. And some soul sand and an armor stand and all that kind of good stuff. Yep. We're mainly here to get all of our tools fixed up as well, so. Of course, the emeralds are always nice, but it's really about the XP right now. Here we go. Here we go, we'll buy 4 there. We'll buy another 4 name tags. It's good to have some extra. Put those in there for now. And let's keep buying. There we go. That gets us fixed up pretty well, so I'm not going to worry too much about that. Turn those into blocks. There we go. We'll turn the remainder back in the blocks and stockpile it back away. And if we reach into our ender chest here real quick. Well, I put my ender chest down somewhere and I didn't pick it back up. Oh, no, it was probably out in the nether when I was out in that warp forest. That's a bit of a shame. Very fortunately, though, we actually have this extra blaze rod. So we can actually make 2 more here. Since we also carry some extra obsidian on hand nowadays. There's lucky. Oh, and food. Food was another thing I wanted to buy a bunch of, because I'm kind of running out here. And some XP bottles, too. It's good to have just for emergency repairs on our elytra if we need them. Since we don't have any backup elytra right now or anything either. Alright, cool, we bought them out all their stuff. We'll buy you 2 out all your carrots here. There we go. Yeah, that should get us plenty of good stuff. We got a nice little survival kit in case anything happens and we're kind of stranded, so we should have enough resources to craft what we need to get back, and we got some extra bits and bobs to do stuff with, so that'll be good. We got all of our tools fixed up. and we got all the materials we could grab out of here. We'll see if we have enough redstone or any redstone to... Oh, wait, no, we could just buy redstone. Boy. Thank you. We'll buy a little bit, we'll buy a couple more bows too. Alright, now all we need to grab is cobblestone to make the dispensers. That should be fine. Nope. Not honk that one again. Dude, come on. Surprised it didn't despawn already because it's been daytime for so damn long, but I guess there's nothing saying it has to despawn either, you know? Oh, that's alright. Additionally, we should be good, so let's get that dispenser. There we go. We got that in place. That. Okay. Now, all we're going to need to get are... Which actually, I guess we'll grab some extra iron. Oh, we actually do have an extra lava bucket here. Perfect. I'll take that back then. We need the honey block. And the soul sand. Armor stand. Some junk items and some dirt. We got our name tags otherwise. Cool. Do we have any? Yeah, we have a good chunk of dirt here we can go ahead and take. We'll just grab all this since we're here. Okay, so armor stand, seed for junk items, and then dirt. Put 3 stacks of dirt in there, and then our name tags. Alright, we just have 3 more items we need to go back to our base to go get. Once we get that, we will be good. Mostly good. We'll still have to run like the moss farm and things like that to get it going again, but that should be fine. And we'll have to mine for stone to get enough buttons for shit too. Here we go. Back on home. Let's go up and go get those extra little straggler bits. Oh, we had a bit of a lag spike there. I guess my PC doesn't like me being in my own base, which that's by design, unfortunately, as fucked up as it is, so... Where would we have put that? You know, I don't really know where I would have put that. Well, we'll grab some wheat seeds as our junk item. Armor stand, soul sand, honey block. I feel like one of these had honey in them. But if not, then it's definitely going to be down below. Yeah, none of these will have honey in them, by the looks of it, so bit of a shame. Alright, armor stand wise, we still need to go make that. Well, let's go run over and go get the soul sand first, because we know we have that on deck. Here we go, soul sand. We'll grab some of that. That goes there. We'll put the warp and other stuff in there for now. put all those away in there for now. I'm not going to think too hard about it at the moment. Okay. We'll go cook up some more nether brick too. There we go. Looks like we are running out of fuel here. We'll come back for that stuff a little later. What am I trying to do here? Couldn't tell you. Couldn't tell you. What the fuck am I doing down here? I think I just wanted to check on that to see how we were doing. Oh, honey blocks, yes. That's what it was. So if we head out through here, and I wanted to check too for the extra smooth stone block that I had. I think it was in one of the chests that I'd opened, but my brain didn't quite register that in time, so that's fine. Good thing we've been farming honey. There we go. Do something like that. Alright. Got that there, and then all we need now is just the armor stand. And then all of our bulk materials, but it's really the armor stand we actually have to worry about a little bit more, because it's a bit more of a pain in the butt to make. Not impossible or nothing, just annoying. We'll just pop right on down here and see if we have that in here still. And we'll run it up to our stone cutter if we do. Nope, we don't. Dang, what a shame. Well, I guess we could go ahead and run some stone through all this stuff. Actually, while we're here, we're gonna go ahead and run through, go get some extra crap. We're gonna go grab one extra shulker box and netherrack, and then we're gonna load all those up. So we're gonna load right away downstairs, because of course I did. Alright, anyways, we are gonna go load all that stuff here in a moment. I would like to cook up some of this stone first, though. Like, I'm just gonna cook up a stack of stone into something I could use. We'll let that run. That's gonna come back with me because I'm gonna fill this up and then combine with our other stone box. We should be okay. So we got 2 boxes of netherrack here we can go ahead and split out. There we go. And we'll just like tuck him up in here or something. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Okay. That. We're gonna do that. And we're gonna do that. that. There we go. Alright, and then while we're waiting, I'm gonna go ahead and hop back on down and go get some extra lava buckets. There we go. Get another 32 lava buckets. There we go. All right. Okay, there we go. These should all be loaded up with their stuff too, which is great. Let all that stuff drain out. Alright, that'll get us our stream of nether bricks going again. So that should get us enough to complete the nether brick portion, which is great. And from here we can go ahead and start pulling out all this stuff. Let's get that stone box here. There we go. Perfect. Alright, and from here, all we really have to do now is just load up this stone box while that stuff is cooking. So we'll go ahead and try and whittle this stuff down a little bit more. See, we've got an area here that we already started mining from. So we'll go ahead and do that. This should be enough stone too, so we'll fill up our inventory, go drop it off in the box, and then that'll be enough stone for us. Oh, we got 2 emerald ore spawning next to each other. That's kind of neat. We can leave them in place for now, I guess. Damn, it's been 2.5 hours already. And it's not even noon yet. It's barely even 11. Alright, this should be enough stone. Yep, perfect. Alright, so that'll get us enough stone to fill up all the buttons. Or rather, to make all the buttons, for sure. Alright, and then... Oh, right. The armor stand. Let's handle this first. Let's see, we want some sticks. Oh, I physically placed down my armor stand, that's why I don't have them anymore. Duh. There we go. That'll make plenty of armor stands for us. That'll be great. I guess since we're already here, we'll put it in there. Why not? Alright, netherite. Put that in there. Put that in there. There we go. Tuck the rest of that away. Yep. Alright. So we get down to our gate, chain, dispenser, honey block, lava bucket, soul sand, work pressure plate, armor stands, junk items, which are going to be seeds, our dirt, and our name tags. And then now on the other side of this tutorial, we need to tuck some other stuff away, first of all. And okay, these are done. We will never have to worry about these again. These are good. And now we work on our bulk material that we're going to have to put together. So this is where we grab our stone box there and our other stone box there. Let me watch a little bit more of the material list here to make sure that there's nothing else that we need to grab. Nope, that's all the material. So once we put together this bulk here, we'll have enough. So we need a full shulker box of buttons. Go ahead and do. Okay, 2,161 divided by 64 is 33.7, so we'll do 35 stacks of buttons. So that's 27 in there. We need 8 more stacks of stone to get us enough for all the buttons we gotta make. Okay, so the buttons are done now. So wither roses there, buttons there. This stone can now go away. The empty box up in there. Nether bricks, which we're working on, and then the last one is moss. So let's go ahead and start getting that moss farm running. Here we are. And while we're at it up here, let's check out what's going on over here. Oh, this hasn't run at all? Uh-oh. Oh, we should be due for a new batch of bamboo here very soon, so we should be getting some more bamboo blocks. We kind of ran out, like we used so much of it that it just was unsustainable. We got that, and then it was right there. Now, if that observer was janked up, then there would be another thing we could see about it. I think we'll be okay, though. Of course, we got whatever moss blocks we can physically get. We have a ton of bulk storage here, too, for everything that we get out of this. This should also be running properly. Certainly looks like it, so we should be okay. So we'll let it run and do its thing, and while that's happening, we will go ahead and start putting this moss away. This is going to be a little while, so we still got stuff we can do while we're waiting for that moss to cook up, so that's all good. Just remember, we can't, we're here on our base now. You know, we can't unload this while the moss farm is running, because it will break. And since I haven't installed any chunk loaders yet, that'll fuck it up too. Alright. Got some smooth stone. Oh, we had smooth stone the whole time. Oh, it's fine. At least we know we got it. So we got our bulk, we got our other bulk, we're working on our moss, and then our nether brick is down below that we're working towards. So we'll go pop on down. And then I'll probably be back later tonight at my regularly scheduled stream to actually build the farm. This is just good to get all the materials gathered, and then probably at around 7 or 8 we'll pop back and actually finish the rest of the stuff, so that'll be good. I think this is good. We can also work on rewiring here as well, because I feel like we're due for that. So we'll work on rewiring the lever to be like down below. So we'll just go get some redstone dust and torches to make like a little torch ladder. So that should be fine. That's all pushed in. Alright. And this is still producing very well, so that's great. Here we go. Okay. That already should be enough nether bricks, but we're just going to let it keep doing its thing. So yeah, we're really just waiting on the moss right now, which is great. That's perfectly fine. And then otherwise, we're going to go ahead and grab that extra redstone componentry. Which we'll pop right on over here. And we'll grab some dust, some torches, more dust, some levers. There we go. Alright. We'll also have to make sure to grab some more firework rockets from our ender chest too. But for now, let's just focus on rewiring everything. We're gonna put it like here, I think. This would be a good spot for it. Here we go, do a little something like that. And then that still gives us a way to get in and out of here just fine. Oh, well, except for this. Okay, here we go. This gives us a nice way in and out. Let's go ahead and put some lighting back. There we go. Do a little something like that. And then, yeah. Guess we can take this stuff back with us. There we go. See all that on. We'll toss that crap away too. And it looks like that was the last of our brick. So there we go. Alright, let's do a head count. So we got 27 stacks, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42. So 42 times 64. It's going to be 2,688 plus that extra bit we have, so we have about 2,700. We only need 2,485. So yeah, we've got a margin of 200 something to work with, which is great. So that's all good. We're also going to load up on Ender Pearls again, since we are kind of running a little low on those. Got a little trigger happy in the nether. And yeah, we'll go ahead and just run all this shit back up to the surface. And then this should get us all of our material that we need. So we'll go ahead and run all of our redstone bits back. And then do a head count. Go get some more of that moss too. There we go. We should also go sleep in our actual bed for once too. It's been a while. Here we go. We got our nether brick. All of our material. Alright. So, yep, so we got the nether brick, we got the buttons, we got the withered roses, we're just waiting on the moss. We've got all the walls, glass, trapdoors, dust, slabs, blue ice, hoppers, chests, building blocks, sticky pistons, slime blocks, obsidian, target blocks, repeaters, hay bales, lightweighted pressure plate, comparator, redstone torch, warped fence, glowstone, carpet, composter, stairs, warped fence gate, which I need to play more of the video to see that other half. So we're on the warped fence gate. Yep. So warped fence gate, chain, Spencer, honey block, lava bucket, soul sand, warped pressure plate, armor stand, junk items, aka seed, dirt, name tags. We're also going to just call this guys. There we go. Cool. Oh, the name tags? I think the name tags are just to like make the mobs not despawn because we have to learn a bunch of piglins, but this is all going to be for a wither skeleton farm. So all this stuff is for a very high quality like wither skeleton farm that I'm going to be building next stream because I don't want to build it this stream. That it's already been almost 3 hours. All I did today was just gather materials and shit for it, so which there's nothing wrong with that, it's just a lot. So I'll be back later tonight to actually build the farm. And then we'll have to do more for spawn proofing. Alright, well, fortunately, it looks like our moss farm has followed through. So that's a stack there, rather, that's a shulker box there. Alright, and then moss-wise, let's see what else we need. We need 2,148 moss, so we have 27 plus 18. I'm a little stupid right now. We have 45 stacks of moss. 45 times 64 is 2,880, which is more than enough, so we're done on moss. We don't need any more moss. Go. Looks like this has still been sustainably fueling itself quite well, so that's good. We'll pick out all the moss block we can out of all this stuff too. Here we go. Alright. So with that, we officially have all the materials we need to build this thing. Again, that's going to be next time, because I don't want to do it right now. Let's go check on the bamboo, though, real quick, while I'm still thinking about that, and then we'll pop up in our bed. This isn't triggered yet, so we're still waiting on that to activate. And then I'm going to assume this hasn't either. But it has produced, or at least we've got enough left over. Again, that's the wood we're using for our spawn proofing around the farm, so yeah. We'll go ahead and sleep here. Then we will go ahead and run all these materials down to our storage area. That should be good. We got some extra bone blocks. We're doing quite nice on iron there, so that's always good. Alright. So these 10 shulker boxes, and yes, there are 10, that's how much we're dealing with here. These 10 will house all of our material for what we're going to be getting ready to do. So just the amount of stuff you need is massive, but once you like have it, you're fine, you know. It's pretty easy. So yeah, day 570, we're finally building ourselves a nice high quality wither skeleton farm. We'll be putting in a lot of extra work after the fact to do spawn proofing and stuff, so we're not out of the woods yet, but we do at least have enough to build this farm for next time. Which, that's exactly what this is going to be, is next time, probably later tonight. But with that being said, thank you all for watching, and I hope to see you all again soon. Bye-bye!